Hey guys, welcome to my channel and to this episode of All My Love Grace. All My Love Grace is a sometimes podcast style, sometimes talking head segment I run on this channel where we get to sit and chat about all things reborning. Sometimes it's just me and sometimes it's with a friend. Today's topic is Victoria Johnson of Victoria's Little Peanuts Nursery. I'm so excited to have Victoria here with me, and we are going to have a lot of fun with this interview. And as soon as she gets to the offstage area, I'm going to be adding her in. I am so excited. Hi, Victoria. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. It's so good to see you. Thank you so much for coming
Thank
on with me
you.
today.
Well, thank you for having me, Gracie.
Yes, I was excited. I knew as soon as I was scheduling it, I have a whole list of people, and I was like, I bet I could hustle Victoria into
Well,
doing
I
an
appreciate
interview.
it. I am honored to be here. I am really honored.
Yes. I'm excited. We're gonna have a lot of fun. I have been going through some of the interviews I've been doing. We won't see this one public until a little later on. I don't know if it'll be May or even after that. I
Yeah.
am trying to get prepared for Dotwe, so I am
Mm,
batch interviewing right now and then editing and
yeah.
scheduling my uploads and all that.
Yeah.
But I'm super excited. We're gonna have fun. I did one with Bobby last night, and I've been editing it like throughout the day. I ended up
Yeah.
with an hour and 53 minutes of footage that I
That
had
was a
to
good
go through. I
conversation.
mean, it was because we started talking and just yeah, we galled out like the whole time. It was great. It was a lot
Yeah.
of fun, but
Yeah.
um, but I'm so excited to have you on, and I think we will just dive right into our questions.
Let's go for it.
So what got you into Reborns? Did you how did you
Well,
find the dolls?
I think a lot of people have this kind of like introduction to Reborns, but it was through my daughter watching Kelly Maple. And she came to me one day and said, Mom, look at these doll
Uh-huh.
babies on the TV. And so I'm just like, those are not doll babies, those are kids. And so she's like, I really want one. And I'm just like, you can't get one. She was a lot younger. She's 13 now. But I got closer to the screen. And I was like, no, they are
Yeah.
not moving. Those are dolls. And so when I really, really started watching alongside her, I was like, I'm intrigued. How do we get one? And so I started researching what they were. I was like, dolls that look real. And as I started to dive more into it, it just became like this whole new world opened up for both of us. So I got really excited
Yeah.
just about possibly getting her one and then trying to do it on my own because I love everything arts and crafts,
Yeah.
right? And so for me, it was just a matter of going into a different type of arts and crafts. So that's what got me into it, my baby girl.
Mhm. That's amazing. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love seeing stories like that of moms whose kids, because I was the kid in my case, and my
Okay.
mom was crafty, but not in not in the reborn way, you know? And
Yeah.
so whenever I was interested, she helped, get me started making them myself. So
Mhm.
instead of the mom making them for the kid, and that's how they got started, I was the
Yeah.
kid.
Well,
And
that's
so
good you
that's
had
how
a
I got
supportive
started. I
mommy.
wanted one. Oh, yeah, she
Yeah.
was amazing, and this was back in 2013 when I got started, and,
Yeah.
I was 13 actually at the time.
Mhm.
There's a cat in my
Mhm.
lap now, excuse me. But I said, "I really want this doll."
Yeah.
Like, I know they're expensive though, but I love them
Yes.
so much. My mom was like, "Oh, I just don't think." She's like, "I don't think I can justify," and at the time it was like 2 or $300. She's like, "I don't think I can justify spending that." And I was
Yeah.
like, "What about 2 or $300 for the supplies to start making them?" She was
Yeah.
like, "Okay, Christmas is coming up." And so she was like, I would consider it." And so, like, over time, she was getting, I'd get a set of Genesis paints, and then I'd get,
Mhm.
a pack of brushes, whatever. And then finally, December of 2013, that's when I got started. But my mom has always been probably my biggest supporter and
That's awesome.
always
That is
encouraged
awesome.
me.
It's
Yeah.
funny because I've always wanted my daughters to get into it. I have two daughters, and I wanted them to get into it,
Mhm.
but they will have nothing at all to do with it. They say it's too long. They will
Yeah.
have nothing at all to do with it. So that's really good. That's awesome for you. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, my daughter came to me yesterday. She was watching me paint. She goes,
Uh-huh.
"I wish I could paint dolls." And I went,
I know
"Please,
that's right.
please let me teach you. Like, please." But
Yeah.
she's still a baby, she'll be
Mhm.
5 later this year. So she's got
Yeah.
some time, but she's really
She does.
artsy.
Oh.
She likes to draw and color, and if there is a song to be sung, she's singing
Uh-huh.
it.
Look at there.
24/7. She's
That's
my
awesome. Now
yeah,
you have
she's
to do
my
what your
art
mom did
kid.
for you.
Mhm. Oh, yeah, and seeing the
Oh,
beauty of it is I don't even have to go out and get everything because I'm
yeah.
basically a kit supplier just for myself because 'cause I'm a hoarder, and I have 80,000,000 bins of kits, and I
Oh,
have a garbage bag of paints that I have, like, accumulated over the years, which is good since Genesis quit producing, but
absolutely.
I've got all kinds of goodies, so all I'd have to do is just set her up.
Pretty much. That's half the battle.
Oh, yeah, 100%. But, the second question that I have for you is how did you find your style? I feel like you have a very specific like, if I saw a room of dolls and, all painted similarly, I feel like I could pick yours out. Like, you're very
Really?
identifiable in your work.
I appreciate that. I don't really think I have style, which is so funny because, like, I don't go to every kid like the same. I don't approach them all the
Mhm,
same. And for me, it's just kind of like however this turns out. And if I like it, I like it. And if I don't, we're going to strip it and start over. But I
mhm,
will say that when I first got into it, I was definitely a real student of the art. And so I studied lots of different artists once I got real
mhm,
acquainted with the reborn world. And I started looking at different types of art forms, just trying to get a real good understanding of color theory and how it worked. And I think that along the way,
mhm,
I've just captured an eye for just what I like. I know that sounds like a very vague answer,
mhm.
but yeah, I don't feel like I have a style, but
No, I
apparently
relate to
I
that
do, and that's
completely as an
good.
artist, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
So I guess I've
Yes, it's
just
very
grown.
identifiable. You do amazing work.
I appreciate that so much. I really do. I just think I've just grown into just knowing what looks good to me. And that's just what I settle with in the
Mhm,
end. Yeah.
mhm. Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. I that was me. I'm starting to really feel like I have one with certain skin tones. Like with my white
Hmm.
babies, my like paler, fairer toned white babies. I've got
Yeah.
that down to a science. And those I do approach the same. But like I
Yeah.
don't neutralize. I literally will get a kit. I look at him like, what do you need? What would you like
Yeah.
from me today? And I'm
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
sit there and some I'll start
Exactly.
one way, some start another. And I totally relate to that.
Yeah, because to me it gets boring after a
So
while,
the next
if you're
question
doing
that
the
I have
same
is
thing.
so do you oh, yeah.
For
Oh,
sure.
yeah, yeah, if you did them all the same way, it wouldn't be as
Yeah, it
much
would
fun,
be
I think. I
fun.
think it gives them a
Right.
uniqueness that they would not have otherwise.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so do you gravitate towards the larger size dolls, or are they just highly requested?
Initially, yes, the larger dolls were everything to me because I was so intimidated about trying to capture that newborn essence of every reborn kid, like the mottling and trying to make sure that the skin tones
Mhm,
were very transparent, making them look like actual flesh. So with toddlers, you can get away.
mhm,
You have a little bit more room for more opaque
mhm,
layers as far as the paint. So the toddlers and the child size dolls to me just felt like I had more freedom and I wasn't as intimidated. But over the
mhm,
years I have gotten more acquainted with painting and the paint itself. So like I don't mind doing a newborn now, but toddlers are, of course, I guess because I started
mhm,
out with that, people tend to request more toddlers than newborns for me, and that's quite all right. I don't mind the big heads when it's time to
mhm.
root.
Yeah. Yeah, which is
Yeah,
crazy because your rooting is very, very good. I followed you for a
thank
long
you.
time, and I knew who
Yeah,
you were, and then you and I kinda talked and kinda became
yeah,
pals, and
yeah,
then my best friend Hannah told me, like,
yeah,
she has a few kits that she's, like, very particular about. Very,
yeah,
very like, wants them done a very specific way, and
yeah.
then you guys had started talking and had become
Mhm.
friends and kinda swapped trades a little bit and swapped
Yeah.
services, and so you ended up painting one of her dolls, and he is absolutely one of my favorite versions of that kit. And I'm also
Oh.
very picky about that kit. I had one. It is the Kai by Nicole
Yeah,
Russell,
yeah,
and I've had one, and he was beautifully done, like viewed by one of
yeah.
my favorite artists, and it just did not like the version that I had. I was like, "I want Victoria's." I was like, "I want that
Oh,
one."
thank
I was
you.
like,
We'll have to make that
Hannah,
happen for
just let
you
me
too
borrow 'em."
then. Oh. Well, we can
Yeah.
always get you a baby painted. I appreciate that.
Oh, yes, please. I've got a couple bigger kits that I think would be
Yeah.
beautiful in your style, and I
Well,
would
let's
be
do it.
honored to own your work. Yeah, yeah,
Let's do
absolutely.
it
I will
for
definitely
sure.
message you about that. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. So, what is your favorite step in creating reborns? Specifically, we'll go with the bigger babies since you do kind of
Okay.
paint both. But when I wrote that question out, I had in mind the nails you did actually recently on your the child size doll. I thought that
Yeah.
was so cool. We'll talk about that in a minute. But what's your
Okay.
favorite step?
Um, it used to be rooting. Like I used to love rooting because to me that was it. That was the total
Mhm,
transformation of this blank doll kit into becoming very lifelike. But I would say now I really like I wouldn't say neutralizing, but whenever I get like maybe a red
mhm,
tone and I have to then pull out my green, I like seeing the
mhm.
different colors and how it
Yeah.
changes to exactly what I want it to be. So I guess just the process of painting. But rooting used to
Mhm,
be it, but I would have to say the process of it because I'm really enjoying it now and not trying to rush to get the
mhm.
rooting. So yeah, the
Yeah.
whole thing pretty much.
Yeah, I love all of it, and that's color theory is crazy because, like,
Uh-huh.
obviously, it is like a science, but I
It is.
still don't trust it. Like, I'll get a doll, and I'll do that where
Yeah,
I'm like, "Oh my gosh, it's pulling really orange,"
yeah,
and I'm like, "A blue is gonna ruin this baby," and I'm like, "I'm just gonna do it.
mhm.
It's not gonna work," and then I'm like, "Oh, it worked." I'm
Yeah,
like, "Yes, of course it worked. That's color theory."
yeah.
But
It's so funny.
it is crazy. That is a fun part. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really funny. Like sometimes it depends on the blue you use. This might be a light blue or it might be a darker blue or a mid
Mhm.
blue. Like, yeah, it's wow. But it's fun.
Yeah, all the
It's
little
fun.
yes. Yeah, it
Yeah.
is. It's like a puzzle.
It really is. And I like that. It's like a challenge. I just love.
Mhm. Yeah, so a branch off of that question, coming
Uh-huh.
back to the nails. I need to know
Yeah.
about the nails. Like, what brought that on?
Girl, that's a whole different world for me. Like, I am a lover. Like, when I tell you I am a nail enthusiast and hobbyist, I love doing my own
Mhm,
nails. And so, my customer, she is a huge visionary when it comes to her babies.
mhm,
And she and I hadn't talked about my love of doing nails or anything like that. But she just said, "Is it possible to get her nails polished?" And when she asked me that, I was like, "Of course," because I've never done that before. So, it was
yeah,
like both of my worlds colliding. And
yeah,
she asked me, I picked some designs that I thought would capture what she was looking for. And I don't really work with acrylic paints, but I was thinking, how can I make this last without using Genesis? Because, of course, the
mhm,
Genesis is not going to come out very pigmented unless I use it straight from the
yeah.
jar. So I said, let's
Yeah, and
get
then
some
it's
acrylic
streaky, it
paint.
doesn't flow nice, yeah. Oh,
Right,
yeah.
right. And the acrylic was a little gritty too, but I think of the two different ones, definitely the acrylic route was good. So
Mhm,
we agreed on a design and she let me play, if you will, and that's how it
mhm.
came to be. And I thought it would be fun to kind of record it because it was my first time doing that. So yeah, I
Mhm.
really
I
enjoyed
love that.
that.
I thought that was so creative, and
Hmm.
the nails themselves were beautiful. You are a woman of very many talents because I could never I can't paint I paint my own nails.
Yeah.
What nails I have, I'm a nail biter, and I have been my whole life, but what nails I do
Yeah.
have when I paint them, I just plan on taking a very good shower later and hoping my cuticles come clean afterwards. I am not I am not clean-handed. I can do, like, newborn nails, and paint the little tips
Yeah.
on teeny time, but I go to do my own, and it's like a toddler learning how to use crayons for the first time and being given a coloring book and trying to stay in the lines. I cannot do it. So for you to
Yeah.
do that on such a small canvas, like, you really I'll try to put a picture in here, because those are just phenomenal. Like, that really captivated me. I was like, "That is the coolest
Well,
thing," and
thank
the way you went
you.
about that was so smart. I loved that. Yes,
Thank you.
you were just a rock star. I thought that was so cool.
Oh.
So, another question that I've got for you here is, what is
Yeah.
your biggest artistic mistake or a mistake you made that changed how you paint?
Ooh, a mistake I made that changed how I paint. Um, I think at one point I had become like real stagnant in my process, talking about being
Mhm,
routine. And I was no longer having fun. And I got to a
mhm,
point where I kind of got in a rut. And for me, that was a huge mistake and an obstacle I had to overcome because I knew that I still liked to reborn, but it was something
yeah,
about okay, this feels very boring now. I am tired of
Mundane.
doing
Yeah.
these. Yes, I am tired of doing these same steps. So I just took a step back. I took a little break. Again, went back to studying other artists, studying color theory a little bit more, and really just trying to figure out what can I do differently. So the mistake was being in that rut and just continuing to put out kits that just seemed like the same kit over and over and over.
Yeah.
And overcoming that really, really, I would say it kind of gave me, it revived my reborning spirit. And the kit that I came back with was my Johanna.
Mhm.
And I feel like that kit really captivated where I was and where I am now. And that's really into the color theory and not just
Mhm.
applying paint to a canvas. Yeah. My
Mhm.
most recent
Yeah, applying and
Johanna
hoping
kit.
for the best.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I love that. I think for me, I had I had blush blindness there for a while.
Oh,
And I
uh-huh.
didn't realize it was a mistake when it was happening, but it was like a
Mhm.
whole, like, span of time where it was just like my friend, I have one in my house actually, and he's set to be, like, redone. My friend that is living with us right now, it's one of her dolls that I made for her a few years back,
Yeah.
and it's a Maddie, and she was like, "Yeah, I think I want him like pink, but not red, softer." That is a tomato. He is Larry the tomato from VeggieTales, like, that poor baby. And I was like, "Yeah, he's so cute." And she's like, "Yeah, he's great." And now we laugh about it because 'cause I'm like, "You said no red," and I said, "Got it." Immediately, just I mean, it's just like it was like a lack of dimension, and I have since learned, and again, color theory, I figured out my blues, and
Yeah.
something that I really like to do on babies that I have found helps. It just gives a little dimension. I add a little mint into my blue undertones. So, around
Mhm.
the nose
Yeah.
and mouth, if it is a little too pink, whatever, it counters that really nice because 'cause it's got some
Yeah.
green in there, and it gives
Yeah.
you lots of depth and dimension.
That's smart.
And yeah, I so that was mine, I think, was we were just not having a good time there, and I was like I look back on some of these and I'm like, "Oh, but I don't wanna take them down." I try to leave my posts
Yeah.
up. I don't wanna take them down because that's where I
Yeah.
came from, and that's what
Absolutely.
got me to where I'm at now and getting really comfortable. And, I really want to be you when I grow up, and
Oh,
I
girl.
have been working so hard on my darker skin tones, and
Yeah.
I was showing her off yesterday, to Bobby because she's for my Dolls of the World table, and I'm gonna sit here and see
Uh-huh.
if I can find this picture. Because I was very inspired by your work and the depth and richness that you're able to get into your skin tones,
Well, thank
and
you.
I tried so hard to find that within myself.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think I finally got somewhere I was happy with. Of course, then I almost ruined her with varnish because I tried a new varnish and that was a mistake.
Oh, I'm
But,
surprised. That's the final
yeah,
step.
it was I know oh, yeah, yeah, and and I was so upset because I was so thrilled with how this doll came out, like, I had this whole
Mhm.
vision for her.
Yeah.
She was gonna have, like, deep brown, black curls, and, like, I ordered
Mhm.
hair and everything, and then I went to go test her because after I varnished her, her creases all turned white. She was patchy and had white patch, and this is, like, a very deep, deep brown
Yeah.
skin tone that
Yeah.
that was so obvious, like, so obviously an issue on, and I was so upset because I was so proud of her, which it's fine because we're rolling with the punches, and uh, I'm just gonna paint hair on her, but having to, like,
Yeah.
kinda take a step back and go, oh, because yeah, like you said, it's the last step, so I'm like
Mhm.
I was devastated. I was like,
I'm sure
"No."
you were.
I was gonna keep her, actually. I was fully going to keep that doll. I shouldn't because I need to finish dolls for my table, but I fell in love with this baby.
It's possible
Um,
she could still be fixed.
yes, yes, and
It's
she's great
possible.
now.
Oh,
This
good.
was
Good.
after varnish, but before revarnishing, so I have since taken her
Okay.
lashes off, and she's
Oh.
a
Oh
lot
my goodness.
darker. I'll have to text you a picture after, but, like, yeah, I had done
Wow.
her lashes are applied,
Oh.
and she is one of my darkest babies that I have made to date, so that varnish also lightened her. Um,
Yeah. Yeah, that will
This was
happen.
before varnish, so you can
He
kinda
is
see,
beautiful.
yeah, and so, once I revarnished over the top of that's my cat. But once I varnished over the top of that, it was fine, it restored the depth in her
Yeah,
skin tone,
yeah.
but it just made her varnish on her scalp so thick she couldn't be rooted. But yeah, I even said, I said, "It would be incredibly irresponsible of me, but I fear I may have to keep her."
Oh, well, look,
And
I'll
that was
definitely help
yeah,
help
I
you as
was in
best as I
love.
can if you still need any help with her, because she's
Yes,
gorgeous. I'm
I
actually working on
absolutely
a
will.
natty now.
Mhm. I
Mhm.
I am supposed to be getting another one from a customer. I she had some
Okay.
kits I wanted, and I was like, "I
Mhm.
have $4. However, I would be happy to paint you,
Yeah.
I'll do a painted kit for you if you wanna do a little swap."
Yeah.
This cat,
Yeah, you got
ridiculous.
fur babies.
But I said, "I'd be happy to paint you a kit, and then she's got, like I'm talking some goodies, like a Nino, and,
Yeah.
she's got a Maddie and a couple others, Delilah by Nikki Johnson,
Mhm.
um,
Beautiful kid.
and so, yeah, but I was like, "I want that Maddie because I need a do-over. Because 'cause I'm still so happy with the one that I made, I'm just gonna go ahead and move
Yeah.
forward with bringing her to Dolly, but I want a baby
Yeah.
in that skin tone with curly hair, like, just enough for some little sprouts, some
Yeah.
little puffs, and, oh, I'm so happy with where I have come and studying, you know, pictures of real babies, real
Yep.
toddlers,
That's where it's
something that
at.
sounds so terrible out of the context of reborn.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm on a watch list somewhere, I'm so sure, because like, my
We
search
all are.
history
We all are.
oh, yeah, 100%, yeah. Yeah, my
Yes, but
search
we love
history I'm gonna
babies. We're
crop this out
mommies.
because I someone would
Yeah.
yell at me, but yes, I in my browser, I have, like, newborn brown skin baby on Google, and I'm like, I just know, like, the FBI agent who's watching me right now is like, "What?
But then he
Why
sees
on
you look up
earth?"
color
Oh my
theory, so
gosh,
he
yes,
might be like,
right?
okay, she's an artist, so
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they get
Yeah.
it. They get it. It
Yeah, for
works,
sure.
but, so are you I'm winging it here, and I do like to do this sometimes, sorry. I know we
You're
talked about
good.
the
You're good.
questions beforehand, but I like to throw some in now and then. So, are you a collector as well, or do you just the art side of it?
Just the art side. I have not
Yeah.
found I found one kit, but I have not found
Mhm.
any kits that make me just want to collect. I
Mhm.
enjoy, like thoroughly enjoy seeing people collect and see what they do with the art that I make, and that gives me the most
Mhm.
satisfaction. I don't think
Yeah.
that I would even have time to love on kits like, as they should be, because I
Mhm.
know how much
Mhm.
time it takes to create them, and I really
Mhm.
don't think I would be able to give them the time that they deserve. So no, I don't have one kit, not even
Yeah,
one of my own.
I get that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? Yeah, see, I'm bad
Yeah.
about collecting my own work because I am both artist and collector. I started as a
Mhm.
collector, but I started as a collector of my own work because I was 13. That's why I started. I wanted
Yeah,
one,
for sure.
couldn't get one, so I figured I'd make one myself. So I started out
Yeah.
making dolls for myself. Well, then I wanted to
Mhm.
experience other art, so I would do swaps with people, so I'd trade a baby I
Oh,
made
sweet.
for a doll by another artist, and I still do that to this day, which is like probably my most toxic trait as a business owner because I'm like, you want a custom from me? Just give me that one and I'll make you.
Right, right.
So like my schedule, I have the best customers in the world who like
Yeah,
they know how I am. And I tell people before they buy with me that like I can take a while because on top of having three
yeah,
kids, I just have a ridiculous schedule that is so incredibly unpredictable. It may be, 5 weeks. I could have it done in a week and then not shipped for two more. Like it's just everything is
yeah,
so unpredictable. Or it could take me a
yeah.
year. It just depends on what it is. But I've got some really awesome customers behind me and
Mhm.
I get a little feral with my scheduling sometimes, and I'm like, I'm a sucker. I'm a sucker. I love my collection, and I'm a
Yeah,
more of a look, don't touch collector,
yeah.
other than, like, for my YouTube, of course, like, I'll interact with them the most for my YouTube channel because that's
Mhm.
also business because I make money off of
Yeah,
YouTube, so
yeah.
not a lot of money, but,
I
I
know.
call it my coffee money. Yeah, I
Yeah,
call it my
for sure.
coffee money. Yeah, because 'cause you're a creator as well,
Yeah.
right? You're on
Yeah.
TikTok. You do
I'm
YouTube
on
as well
YouTube
or
as
just
well.
TikTok?
I'm on YouTube. Yeah.
Awesome, awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll link all your stuff in the description of
Perfect.
this video. So if anybody watching wants to learn more about Victoria, about your work, where to buy your dolls, wants to
Yeah,
see you in action, because you do a lot of fun like art side videos, like a
pretty
lot of
much
the actual, yeah, and I love
the
that. I love that so
process.
much.
Yeah.
Yes, I love getting to see the process, and for me, like, the
Yeah.
videos that do best are the collector type, the ones that make me look a little silly. But, I mean, like, taking one out with me, or,
Yeah.
the occasional role play video. I don't think I've done one of those in years now, just for
Mhm.
lack of time. But I love doing the art videos. I just feel like they don't get watched quite as much. But I am
I
now to
agree.
the point where I don't care. I'm gonna post what I'm gonna
Yeah.
post, and people can watch it or not.
Yeah, that's so true.
But
I've realized that on my YouTube journey. Like a lot of my YouTube is really like tutorials. And I've
yes.
watched other people's channels, and you're right, the role plays are where it's at. But I
Mhm.
want to be able to share what I know with other people, because it was hard for
Yes.
me in the beginning trying
Oh,
to
yeah.
get down these skin tones. And so trying to help the beginner artist has really been my thing with YouTube.
Yes, I love that, and you like to teach. You've
Yeah.
done some work with teaching, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
And in my free time, and it's mainly to like teenagers and like young adults,
Mhm.
just so if they want to find something like, when you started when you were 13, if you felt like
Mhm.
your art was worth selling, then, I want them to be able to have that as an option.
Yeah, yeah, see, because like,
Mhm.
whenever I was a kid, it was, "Do you wanna be are you gonna be a teacher when you grow up, or a
Yeah.
doctor, a lawyer, astronaut?" Nobody ever told me making dolls was an option, or I would've picked that.
Yeah.
I would've picked
Yeah.
that from a little kid, because I loved baby dolls. I mean, from the time that I was probably still in diapers,
Yeah.
and that love just never stopped. And I'm sure, like, my mom has made comments. She was like, "Yeah, I wondered if you might ever, like, grow out of it." And I was like, she's like, "Yeah, clearly not. That's okay."
Look, mom
But,
made an
like, it's
investment.
oh, yeah, yeah, absolutely, she did. And I mean, I know my
Yeah.
parents were definitely a little concerned. Like, they had some conversations with me in school, just, and I get it now as an adult, like,
Yeah.
worrying that, like, how stable is this career path that our child is, considering
Yeah.
going down. And, I could not do what I do without my husband either. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I love my husband. He is so incredibly supportive of me, and
Same,
if it were
same.
not for him, I would not be able to do what I do, because, like, it is
Absolutely.
good money when it's good, but there are dry
Yeah.
spells.
Absolutely.
And, I think that's important for people who want to start, to know that this
Mhm.
is not like a quick cash grab.
Not at
Like,
all.
yes, when it's good,
Not at
it's
all.
great, but there are so many of us now
Mhm.
that it's a little hard, it's a little oversaturated sometimes, but I
Yeah,
still encourage people to start if they feel like they should.
of
And I love
course.
that you do as well. I love that
Yeah.
you try to help beginners, and something I've been working on, like, just helping inform people. Gatekeeping is such a big thing in the doll
Yes, it
world, and
is.
it
I
really
hate it.
it really saddens me. And, like, I have
Mhm,
I have a tutorial that just came out for
mhm,
my, like, my more pinky, I call it the pinky fair skin tone, and I have a
mhm.
fully comprehensive, like, 110-page pictures, photograph descriptions, and then YouTube videos to go along with every chapter voiced over.
That's
Like,
awesome.
I love teaching, I
Yeah,
love helping people learn, and seeing, I feel like it's a testimony that, like, we don't have to gatekeep. Like, just because you
right.
do something one way or with one product, if somebody does it, the same way, it's still their own way, and it is
I
going to come
always
out
say that.
and be
Yeah,
completely different. Like, your
yeah,
heart is in your work. You can't
yeah.
keep heart out of this work and
Right.
have a result
So
you're
true.
happy with in the end. You just can't. And, like, I think that's important for people to realize, is, like, we should support one another and lift one another up,
Mhm.
and, lighting somebody else's candle does not make yours any dimmer. Like, it's not. And I like
Absolutely.
seeing all the babies that are coming from my tutorial, from my beta testers and people who've purchased the tutorial.
Yeah,
I love it, and they are all so different. Like, they're
yeah,
definitely have the same, like, a similar feel to the one that I
yeah,
made, and they're all
yeah.
beautiful, but they're all their own creation, because it has the heart of each individual artist in that
Right.
doll.
And that's the beauty of art. That is the beauty of
Mhm,
art. And I love that. I often say on my channel, it's kind of like a signature. No one's signature. We all learn cursive writing, but no one's signature
mhm,
is the same, right? So if you take this tutorial and you do steps 1 through 5, and the next person does 1 through 5, like you just said, they're not going to look the same because we're not the
Yeah.
same. And I think that's the beauty of seeing how, the different spectrums of one particular color. I think that's awesome.
Yes. Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
Well, and it's like, I mean, it can be something as simple as you have a drop or 2 more
Yeah.
thinner, more or less thinner in your paint mix, and I don't care if it's the exact same color. I have a friend here actually visiting me right now, and she's taking care of my youngest while we're doing our interview.
Hmm.
I'm
Sweet.
teaching her what I know
Yeah.
about brown tones, and so we're doing a cuddle head, and we did this a few weeks back with basically the same pinky fair skin tone, and we sat next to each other, we sat at the same table, shared brushes, shared paints, and our dolls were
Mhm.
completely different by the end of it.
That's
Like,
something.
very identifiable as 2 completely, 2 different artists' work, and
Yeah.
I think that's a test like you said, that's the beauty of art is we're
Yeah.
all different and there's so much heart and love that goes into it all, and I
Absolutely.
really appreciate you being willing to help and
Absolutely.
teach people what you know, and I
Yeah,
think
because
that's
I hate
awesome.
for people to look at, I mean, I've done prototypes, and I hate for people to look
Mhm.
at prototype artists and just think, oh, my work doesn't look like so and so I must be
Mhm.
failing. And that can be discouraging. So I think
Yeah.
the more that we can encourage people to embrace who they are, then, the better that the entire community will be, because they're going to be all different
Yes,
sorts of babies,
absolutely.
and it'll appeal to
Mhm.
someone. So I think
Yes,
I
it's the
think it's fair for everybody to try it.
individuality. I always say
Absolutely.
there's a scratch for all itches, and not all itches
Yes,
are the same.
exactly, exactly,
And,
exactly,
yeah, if you make it and you're happy with it, someone out there will also be happy with it,
for
There's
sure,
something for everybody, and
for
I
sure.
really encourage people to create. I think it's important, and, what's that corny it's a very corny quote, but it's like, "Earth without art is just eh."
Yeah, it is,
And I really yeah,
exactly.
it's just it adds so, so much to, and art as a whole, obviously not just the dolls, but, to culture, like, it's so important, and I feel like dolls becoming more mainstream is
Mhm.
also becoming like the doll world, we have our own culture, and
Yeah,
each new artist that comes up adds a little bit more to it.
yeah, for
And I
sure.
think it does nothing but increase the diversity and the
Yes,
uniqueness, the individuality of
and the
our
awareness,
our art.
yeah,
Yes, and the awareness,
yeah, and it
absolutely.
makes it less creepy,
It does, yeah, it
so,
does, it certainly makes it a little more mainstream, less taboo. It's
yeah,
very rare that I take because like, I will for YouTube, I will take dolls on outings now and then because those are
mhm,
also, like, a good platform building video for me. And
yeah,
everybody seems to really enjoy those. Well, it's very rare nowadays. When I first started in 2013, people had no idea what a reborn was, and now it's like, "Oh, yeah, my cousin had one of those," or
yeah.
my aunt collected those." And, like, it's very rare I have to explain to somebody what a reborn is. I feel like most people have heard of them now at this point.
I have a question for you about that. So,
Uh-huh.
what do you do if they say, "Well, my cousin got hers off Amazon or Temu or something like that"? How do you
I
deal with
very
that? 'Cause
gently inform them because I think
yeah,
education is very important. In my interview with, Ping
absolutely.
Lao, we talked about this, about educating
Yeah.
because in my case, like, and how I said to Ping was, as a mother, if I weren't as involved in this world as I am,
Mhm.
like, this is,
Mhm.
my everyday job, I'm with it, I'm up to date on all
Right.
the but if I weren't and Ellie came to me and she was like, "Mom, I really want this doll," I'm gonna go to
Yeah.
Amazon like I do for everything. So if
Right.
people don't know any better, they're not gonna you know better, you do better, and unfortunately, there
Absolutely.
is a group of people who they don't care. They don't care the ramifications, and that's
Yeah.
just that's humanity, that's everywhere, that's not just in our community, it's just
Right.
more common because if somebody can get a, 6, 7, 800 plus dollar product for 30 bucks, for people
Mhm.
who aren't in it and don't know any better, they don't care. They just
Right.
want, what's gonna
Yeah.
cost less.
And they're kind
And
of
I think it's
oblivious
about
too, so
education. Yes, yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. Well, and I very like this happened actually, in person at the doll show, um, last year. I was in the bathroom and I saw out of the corner of my eye, um, and this was a child. I was not about to go up to,
Yeah.
this child and be like, "Shame on you." But, but I went up to the mom and very, like, very politely, because 'cause I'm not confrontational. I didn't want to say
Yeah.
anything, but I knew if I didn't, someone else might. And
Mhm.
so I went up to the mom and I just kinda pulled her aside and I was just like, "Hey, I'm a vendor. I just wanna let you know, like, she's not gonna be allowed to bring that on the show floor because it's a counterfeit." And I'm like, you may not have known that. I just wanted to let you know." And I'm like, I'm literally sitting here and I'm like, "Is this woman about to, like, swing on me in this
Yeah.
bathroom?" I'm like, "Please," 'cause I tried to be so kind about it, and she was so, so sweet, and she was like, "Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
Leah, thank you so much. I had no idea." She's like,
Oh.
"She's not even my kid, actually, it's my daughter's friend," but she's like, "Yeah, no, I had no idea." And most of the reactions that I have with, like, when sharing, like, educating kindly, as long as you do
Mhm.
it kindly, because that's the other thing.
Yeah.
I'm as anti-counterfeit as they come, you know?
Yeah.
But I do see some people, I feel like it can be gone about the wrong way, and I understand the
Mhm.
anger. I have
Unfortunately.
personally felt the effects of counterfeits on my own business, on my own
Mhm.
income, like, I have felt that. But and I get it, it makes people mad, but I think there's a kind and gentle way to do it that
Yes.
I don't know, maybe it's the way I was raised. My mom always said, like, "Being kind will get you a lot further. You catch more flies with honey,"
Absolutely.
and all that, you know?
Yes.
Um, and yeah, so that's how I try to handle it. I'm just like, "Yeah," I was like, "Yeah, that is actually a counterfeit version of what I make." And it's, a lot of people realize, but they are artist sculpts that are copyrighted, and then these companies in China, generally China, I'm not sure. I'm sure they're I'm sure it's a worldwide thing, but,
Yeah. Now.
primarily coming from China
Yeah.
where, yeah, where they have taken these sculpts and illegally, I like to throw illegal in there because then people are like, "Oh,"
Right.
that
Right.
that kinda like startles them a
Illegal.
little bit, but
Yeah.
yeah, they're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, yeah, no," and 90% of the time, people have no idea.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, it's very few people that I come across that know and don't care. A lot of times I see that
Yeah.
online more than in person. I've never had anybody, like, snap at me or be anything other than like, "Oh, okay, well, good to know, thanks. Thanks
Yeah.
for telling me, I had no idea." So, I think
Yeah.
it's just artists like you and I and, those of us who support authentic and, care about the industry. I think it's about
Yeah.
just educating as often, as much, and as kindly as we can.
Yeah.
And, it's hard because the inauthentic collectors definitely outnumber us at this point
Yes.
because
Goodness.
they are so cheap and it's easier to get one, and, I also try to educate people on the harms because as well as not
Yeah.
knowing whether they care or not, people usually care if you talk about their health being
What they're made
impacted,
of.
not
Yeah.
always either, but yeah, but, like,
Yeah.
I mean, like Ping Lao said in our interview, like, you don't know what these are made of. They very
Yeah.
likely contain heavy metals. They're not regulated.
Right.
Um, yeah. Yeah, that's a tangent. I could go on for hours about that, but
Yeah, I could too because I understand exactly where you're coming from, and then trying to, like you said, educate people on,
Mhm.
what a counterfeit is versus an authentic one. I think that's a really good way. And sometimes, not to be salesy at all, but sometimes,
Mhm.
that can lead into them, oh, well, tell me more about this, or where do I actually get a real one from? How do I
Yeah.
get one? So for
Mhm.
those, that goes back to like the beginner artist, not that they should be out here, campaigning for only authentic kits, although they should be, but not trying to get sales that
Mhm.
way. But that's a conversation starter that could not only educate
Yeah.
and inform people, but it can also lead to a relationship. So I
Yes,
think it's
absolutely,
important.
yeah,
You said
it's,
it's time.
networking. Mhm.
Yes, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah,
For
I'm
sure.
intrigued to see how this summer goes. I signed up to be a part of my local farmers market, and I'm primarily
Mhm.
gonna be offering, like, stone items. I do scrunchies and bows and, some fun
Oh,
stuff like that, but I'm bringing some of my cheaper reborns, so ones that, like, I've got on
yeah.
sale or, been able to get, like, cuddle babies, and they will
Hmm.
be as cheap as I can possibly make them, which is still
That's
gonna
pretty
be about
cool.
125 bucks or so,
Yeah, and
but
that's
I'm
that
sure
is
that it
pretty
will
expensive.
be. Yeah, yeah, and so I'm hoping that it will start some conversations because I'm sure there will be some moms and just any chance I can, again, to gently educate people and let
Yeah,
them know that it does. I think talking to someone who has been personally affected by it's hard for people to look past that, like
yeah.
normal, mentally stable people. It's hard for people to look past, "Okay, well, I've spoken to somebody
Yeah.
and they've told me how it affected them. Most people, that'll sit with them, you know, um,
Yeah.
and make them think twice before they and I'm hoping to do that with this podcast as well. I'm hoping it will reach people who may be on the opposite end from us and
Mhm.
who are in that boat of, well, it doesn't actually hurt anybody, or, oh,
Right.
well, there's counterfeits of handbags. And
Right.
I think it comes down to reminding people, like, that is still wrong, to be perfectly clear,
Absolutely.
not to be
Absolutely.
misconstrued here, but um, that is still wrong, but those are also multi-million, billion-dollar companies. I am a
Yeah.
mother. I'm a stay-at-home mom of 3 little kids, and my income goes towards my son's baseball, my daughter's,
Mhm.
interest in art, and getting to treat my kids to doing fun stuff, and, little odds and ends stuff, but,
Absolutely.
like, I don't I don't know. I don't think even the most, popular, sought after sculptor is
Mhm.
rolling in it like that. Because 'cause I'll tell you right now, if they were, Gucci has the money to take people to court over that, you know?
Yeah.
And, like, our
True.
sculptors, they don't have funds like that,
Right.
most
Right.
of them, and I know Bountiful Baby has filed, a suit against a company and they won, and that certainly helped with them, with their
Mhm.
products and cutting back,
Right.
because I think that also scared some of the counterfeiters, but I still see their
Yes.
products on Amazon every now and then too, so, yeah, I
And
think it's just
that's a
about
very sad
education.
part. Yeah.
Mhm.
It's so sad. It's so sad, but I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful that, we'll reach
Yeah, me
those
too.
individuals that can understand and appreciate the true art behind,
Mhm.
actually having a authentic reborn doll. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's different too because whenever it is not that a factory, an authentic factory made doll can't be loved and cherished and all, but
Right.
like there it is,
Right.
it goes back to like we put our heart and soul into these
Absolutely.
dolls, and um you're not gonna have that same, like, it's not, I don't know, and I know it's their dolls. I don't don't want anybody to, like, snip this and be like, "See, she's nuts." But, I mean, like, they don't feel the same. Like, I can when I get a doll that I can just tell, like, was like, that artist loved
Yeah.
what they were doing when they were making that
Yeah.
doll. It is a different feeling than getting one that you can tell was rushed and just,
Yes.
I don't know, maybe I am nuts, but
No, I truly,
I
I
can
really,
tell.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Even from an artist standpoint, I can tell whenever
Mhm,
I feel rushed versus whenever, and mostly for the most part, my customers really give me creative freedom, and they're
mhm,
very patient. So when I have the
yeah,
time to really capture what I'm trying to achieve in the kit, the parent or the mom can feel that,
yeah,
they can really, really
yeah.
feel that. So it makes a
Yes.
difference.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, I agree. But, so I think that's all my questions.
Okay.
Was there anything else that we didn't hit that you would like to?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, I do something on this podcast that I do
Uh-huh.
kind of spring on people a little bit, not intentionally. I literally just forget to mention it until I see it in my document. Um,
Uh-huh.
it's called Thorns and Roses. It's something I do with my kids, and we just talk about something good and something that's maybe stressing you out a little bit. So it's called
Okay.
Thorns and Roses, and
Okay.
I go first to give my guests time to think of to think of their own.
Thank you.
So yes, you're welcome. So, my thorn is that I'm currently editing hours of footage, and it's taking me forever because I'm
Mhm.
doing all of this, like, batch, but my rose is also that I'm currently editing hours of footage because it means that this thing is going well. So, I have been
Yes.
very, very, like, this podcast has exceeded my own expectations of it. Like, it has been so
Mhm.
much fun. I've gotten to have some, it's so much more than I set out for it to be. Like, I thought, "Oh, yeah, it'll be fun, like, get to talk about the art," but, like, I've had some amazing conversations with people that I don't think I would have otherwise gotten to have. Like, you and I have talked, but we've never gotten to sit down and have
Yeah.
a full-on conversation like this, and it's been really nice, and I've
Yeah,
really been
I
happy
agree.
with that.
I agree.
So
I have to say, like, you've given me my flowers during the time that we've been together, and I got to give you yours because you talk about this podcast exceeding your expectations, but it's because of you. It's like because of your personality,
oh, thank
because of your
you.
heart. Like you can see, hear, and feel it. And so you are very much appreciated in our little community. So of course it's gonna
Well,
go
thank
great
you. That
because of
means
you.
so much to me.
That's the truth though. That's the truth. But as far as Thorns and Roses, like I said, I'm working on a Maddie too, and I had to start over because I got to a
Oh,
point where
no.
I went a little too heavy. Yeah, so I had to strip and start over, and I'm like
Mm,
3 weeks into this, and to start over
mm,
is kind of like a thorn, but it's okay because it's going to be even better, you know. As
yes,
far
yeah.
as Rose, I finished up a Susu. Well, not completely finished, but getting ready to
Ooh,
root
good.
her. Yes, getting ready to root Susu and dive back into starting Maddie over. So that's exciting for me because I do like the beginning process. So yeah.
Yeah,
And being
well, I
here, of
can't wait to
course.
see. That's gonna be
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah,
Yeah. Being
yes,
here with
yes,
you
that
has
was
been a
also why I
highlight
was
of my
getting to
week.
sit down and chat with you. Yes, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, well,
Thank you for
mine
having
too. I'm
me.
so honored that you joined me, and I've had so much fun getting to talk to you.
So
We'll have
have
to
I.
do this more. I'll just
Yeah.
pester you, and we can just chit chat sometimes.
That's
But
okay.
it
That's
was
good.
great. I think we brought, we hit some really important points, even though it wasn't originally,
Yeah.
something that we had planned to discuss. I think it
Yeah.
impacts all of us really hard, some of the
Absolutely.
big heavy hitter stuff that we talked about, and I'm glad it's been coming up in some interviews, and I'm glad you and I got a chance to talk about it. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
but
This has been fun. It's been really fun.
yes, I had a blast. Yes.
Yeah, thank
Well, I'm
you.
so glad, and, like I said, I will link all of, Victoria's social
Yeah,
medias
thank
and your art page and anything I can link to you that you want me to link, you let me know, and I will put it all in the description so you guys can find her and check her out and, support her and her art and her platforms. So, but thank you so much, Victoria. I
thank
am
you.
so happy that I got to have you on today. So I will definitely be in touch with you after we get off of here. So,
Yes. Okay, we'll talk.
all right. Bye.
Bye. See you later.
So she rocked. I love Victoria. I was so excited. I knew whenever I started this that I wanted to have Victoria on. She's a very incredibly talented artist and just a sweetheart, like you guys could see. I love Victoria. She's great. So thank you all so much for tuning into this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, it would mean the world if you'd like this video and subscribe to my channel. See you all next time. All my love, Grace.